Well, hello everybody and welcome to Hump Day. Actually, by the time you're watching this, you'll be home from Hump Day, or it could even be in Thursday. So good on you. 3/5 of the week, you're almost at the weekend. I hope it's going to be a fun weekend. I'm just going to stick around town this weekend. No Pensacola unless something comes up in the next few days. Get some work done, fool around the house, get some watermelons, go downtown. Yeah, just can't go to Pensacola every weekend. I got an old car, drinks gas, and plus I'm trying to keep it running. Anyhow, with the summer just about here, Memorial Day, what, 2 weekends away? I thought it was time to start talking about Woodstock. Let's go to Woodstock, this raw vegan summer festival that you just need to know about. Anyhow, I do videos every day, so if you're not already subscribed to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button now. Then click on the little bell and check send notifications so you'll stay subscribed to the channel. Woodstock. I tell you what, I was thinking about it a good bit ever since my mom's health went down a bit. I went through a period a couple of weeks ago where I was starting to think like, or a few weeks ago where I'm like, I'm just not going to be able, oh wow. Sorry, I got distracted. The most beautiful woodpecker out on this tree right in front of me. Been seeing a lot of woodpeckers lately. Absolutely amazing. But yeah, I just thought I might have to cancel this trip to Woodstock. And even though she is in the nursing home, her general health has improved a good bit. She's in good spirits. I go see her every day while I'm here, and she's actually kind of encouraged me to go. She knows that, basically, like I say, if you don't know all of this situation, I'm kind of here. It's almost like being in a foreign country. I don't know anybody here. I'm like in a foreign place where I don't know people. I have zero conversation, so I think Mama don't want me to go nuts. So yeah, decided for sure I'm going to go, and thought I should start, offering this and talking about it again. I actually got a discount code having been last year, and I will share that with you before I'm done here. I just can't rave enough about it. Even though next month will be my 6th year being a mostly high raw vegan, last year was my first year going to Woodstock. I had just always, I live in the tropics, and I don't know, just never had really done the fruit festival thing. And I went last year, and it cost a bit of money, and some people, they get so, I've talked about Woodstock before, and I always get the people that chirp out, well, I can't afford to do it, oh, it's expensive, oh, it's not worth it. Well, value is a relative thing. I feel you. I feel you. For me, it's something very much that I need to do. And after having actually been last year, I wasn't sold 100%. I knew I was going to go have a good time. But after going last year, I almost don't have a choice but not to go back to get that vibe. So, like I say, value is relative. Value is depends on what you have, what you can afford to spend on that. No, if you're trying to keep food on the table and paying the bills and whatever, and you're barely doing that each month, and you've got obligations. No, well, you might not be able to do it. But as vacations go. I felt like I kind of deserved to do it, no matter what, because I haven't, last year when I went to the Woodstock Fruit Festival was the first vacation I had. Okay, I lived in Costa Rica, but first vacation I had in like 18 years. And living in Costa Rica, while I loved it, I miss it, I ache for it every single day. Everybody almost kind of thinks I was living a normal life down there. I lived in normal accommodations. Actually, I didn't live in normal accommodations for somebody my age. But anyhow, getting off the subject, I'm just talking about value. I'm just kind of going ahead and getting that out of the way for the people that it's too expensive, it's not this, it's not that. You may have heard issues. That's what pops up too. A lot of times people, yeah, but I've heard the Woodstock Fruit Festival is this. I've heard it's that. I've heard all those things too, and they are true. Like some of the negatives you've heard about Woodstock in the past have been true, but they have a process, they have evolved every year, and that's something I also learned having been there, that the problems, they're very proactive about them. Many of the problems that you used to hear about 3 or 4 years ago, they work out each year. And I'm sure that somebody complained about something last year and they worked them out, but it's just a phenomenal get-together. I'll tell you, it was 600 people. if I had that kind of money, I would have just enclosed that place. I would have told everybody in there, you don't need to work a job anymore. Just we're gonna make a little town right here, because just you can't imagine the vibe there. I mean, I'm not Mr. People person. So if you're a people person, you might be on overload, because you're just going to be zinging. I'm not even Mr. People person. I'm not Mr. Hug people all that often or whatever, but totally different vibe there, you know. Just, I didn't meet one person out of all the people there that I met during the week. Yeah, some people I really connected with. Some people have become friends for life. Some people, you know, I really talked to, interacted with a lot more, but I didn't have one conversation with, nor did I meet one person that I disliked or I just got a bad vibe from or I didn't want to be around while I was there. The food was absolutely freaking fantastic. I almost want to weep right now thinking about it. If MiamiFruit.org brings those Mammy Sapotes and their sugarcane juice again this year, I might just become an indentured servant to them. I might just make a deal with them to be like, if you can give me some little hovel to live in, Wi-Fi, I'll work. I'll just come work on the farm and you can pay me in Mammy Sapotes and mangoes, because that Mammy Sapote was just, connection to source. The mangoes were epic. And you got to remember, this is coming from me, 18 years in Costa Rica. The mammies were the best I'd ever had. I had some good ones in Costa Rica, and the mammies were the best I ever had. The mangoes were up there. They were up there with anything I'd had. The papayas, Martha's Best papayas. I don't care if you don't give me your standard, well, I don't really like papayas. I didn't like papayas for a while either. Even as I became a raw vegan, it kind of evolved, but the Martha's Best papayas are just amazing. There's nothing like them. You can't even, they're even better than so many other fruits that I generally like better than the papaya. And all day, every day. All the things you may have heard in the past, I'd heard that in the past too. I want to deal with the concerns people had heard in the past because I witnessed this stuff. Not enough food there. They don't put out enough food. If there's not enough food put out at Woodstock for you, you have an eating disorder of some sort where you or some sort of health condition where you just can't get full. There was food all day, every day. You could snack on the highest quality medjool dates in between when they were serving. Food all out, morning and noon. At night, you got Chris Kendall and Miss Naturally Ashley creating the sauces. They had sauces every night. They had sauces that were really righteous, appealed to everybody. They had stuff for the natural hygienist. They had no fat. They had a little bit of fat added in, a little bit of herbs. So they had 3 or 4 just spot on sauces every single night that we were there. So the food, I mean, you know, it's like you really need about a month there, because one week I would just like to focus on just food. You don't want to just focus on food because there's the people and there's stuff to do, which let me go ahead and get to that so this video doesn't, you know, turn into a little mini movie. But I didn't even do a whole lot of the activities there. I was there to get in touch with people because, you know, I'd been living on a mountain for a year with no conversation, no human interaction, and I've kind of been doing that here, so I'll be like that again. But there's wonderful lectures. The Don Bennett lectures are worth the price of admission right there. I definitely want to hear Ann Osborne speak this year, among a couple of others. There's all kind of physical stuff. There's an obstacle course. They have paddle boards. They have canoes. I'm going to do this stuff this year. I'm going balls to the wall this year. So there's so many activities. There's stuff to do at night. There's fun stuff. There's circles. There's fire. There's kirtan. Now, if my friend Jared and Michelle happen to be watching this video, you don't know how much I'm looking forward to that kirtan. I might disappear into it this time. You know, you just don't know. But really looking forward to that. And I'd like to take a posse, you know, let's go, let's go. I haven't made my travel plans yet. That's another thing too. If anybody should happen to be in this area and, like, you know, maybe interested, I can't drive. I'll jump in, I'll kick in on some gas. I'll be an entertaining dude, but I can't drive because my car is just ancient. But yeah, that's a possibility. I'm probably going to end up flying. I kind of liked having a night in Albany. I might even spend a day in Albany. Albany is a nice city, but well, I would love to take a Jack crew. I'd love to take a crew to go with me. So anyhow, the code is Tropical Jack. Just how it sounds, Tropical Jack. But one word, almost like it's a password or whatever. Now, there are a few stipulations about the discount code. Oh, and you get like $100 off your registration. But there's a few stipulations. You know, they got to make their money. That's the thing about it. They put a lot of food. They put a lot of food out there. They put a lot of stuff on. They're very detailed oriented. Now, there are options. You can camp. You can have a shared room. But on the private stuff, they do have to have some exemptions because that's where they make their money, on the private room. And hey, I got a private room because I have to have a little space to myself. I like to be able to go back and do a little computer work, but there's options. So discount codes can only be used by new attendees. Returning attendees get a discount of their own. So you can't use it with any other promotion. Discount codes can only be used by adults age 16 to 59 who are paying full admission price because they're senior prices. Discount codes cannot be used in conjunction with any other discount or discount code. Discount codes cannot be used for private rooms, only camping or shared cabin accommodation. And discount codes can only be used at checkout. And it can't be used if you've already registered and otherwise registered, you can't use it. But otherwise, let's get a crew up there. I'm looking forward to it. I'm gonna have a blast. I'm looking forward to seeing some of the people that I met last year, connecting with a lot more people. Yeah. But one last little thing, if you're from the South like me, I didn't get clear answers in a group I was in last year on Facebook. It can get chilly at night, so I'm definitely taking a hoodie and a few more long sleeve stuff. There was a couple of nights I slept with 5 shirts on. I think it got down, I know it got into the 50s almost every night. I think it got into the 40s a couple of nights while we were there, so you need to stay warm. Anyhow, hope you guys enjoyed this one today. Hope you want to go. If I can answer any questions about it, or if I can refer you where to go, you can always go to their, I think it's just woodstockfruitfestival.com and check it out, or search it on Google. But anyhow, I'd love to have a Jack crew go, so let me know. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.